Annihilation is a new science fiction film directed by Alex Garland, the guy who directed Ex Machina. And basically, what this movie is about is that there's this weird thing called the Shimmer. Nobody really knows where it came from or even what it is. Uh, and they've been sending scientists in there, but none of them have come back. So they sent another group of scientists, led by Natalie Portman, to go into the Shimmer and find out really what this thing is and how it works. Uh, Now, I was anticipating this movie for quite a while because for a while they said that it was going to come out in 2017, but then it got pushed to 2018. And I can say that this is a very, very good science fiction movie. Like, like it's amazing, actually. Like, it's so hard to describe my feelings for this movie or describe exactly what I loved about it. It's so strange. It's like Blade Runner 2049 in a lot of ways, where it's hard to say why I loved it so much. I just do. That's why I saw it on Thursday, and that's why I posted my review now, because I just had no idea how to approach this review. I still don't really know how to approach this review. Uh, Let me start off by saying that this movie is gorgeous. I just see what other movies come out in 2018, but so far, as of February, I can say this is a pretty good contender for best visual effects. Now again, I don't know how that's going to fare uh, in the later months. All I can say is what I feel now, and right now, I think it has a pretty good shot. I think it, at least so far, deserves a nomination for production designing. Again, like I said, it's way too early in the year, but I'm just going by what I see now. The production designing this movie is just fantastic. It just looks so creepy, claustrophobic. Ugh. And speaking of creepy, what I didn't know about Arrival was that not Arrival, Annihilation. What I didn't know about Annihilation going in was that apparently this is a horror movie. You wouldn't even tell from the first half of this movie. But once the second half kicks in, it goes into straight up horror mode. And like right when you see this thing that looks like a bear. And I need to elaborate on some of these ideas. So now, when I'm praising the concepts of these ideas, like, I'm not getting into a part where I say that, the concept was good, but the result we got was pretty stupid. No. The result we got is amazing. But just the pure concept of some of these creatures, like this one creature that looks like a bear, it is so well thought out. I can never imagine being this creative with it. What they do with the biology of these creatures just fascinates me. And especially when you start to figure out what happened to the other scientists that were brought in. It's so creepy. It's so scary to imagine what was going on in these people's heads when this was happening. I mean, God! I just... Ugh! Because, like, one thing that will automatically creep me out is if there's some sort of creepy monster. Like some sort of weird creature that you can't explain that well. Like if you tried to physically describe it to someone, it's so weird to describe. I'm running on a tangent here. It's like the first two seasons of Lost Tapes. If anybody remembers that show, props on you. Those first two seasons were such great shows. And part of that was the ideas of these creatures. Even though those creatures previously existed in folklore, the ideas they tackle with each episode and how the stories roll out and how they show you these creatures and what these creatures can do are it's so amazing. And it builds some great tension and horror. Like, again, like, there are probably better horror movies out there, like Get Out or The Shining, which are more psychological horrors, but the ones that will always scare me the most are the ones that have some sort of weird creature, animal thing that you just can't really explain that well. and that's Annihilation. A lot of the creature concepts in this movie, as well as the delivery, are so horrifying to think about. Especially when you, like I said, when you think about what happened to some of the other scientists that were sent in. Like when I saw the bear creature thing, like, I was actually shriveling in my seat with how creepy, and it was not only how creepy it was, but just how ingenious the ideas were when coming up with the ideas and the biology of this creature. It's just so creepy to think about. It's so horrifying when you see it, and especially when you hear this bear creature. That is God. Like, and by the way, this movie, trippy as fuck. Like, some of the imagery in this movie, like, it'll bounce from being terrifying to being beautiful to being terrifying again to being beautiful again. It's just a trip fest. God. But, ooh. Again, it's so hard to talk about why I love Annihilation so much. I don't know how to describe why I loved this movie so much. Again, I can say it looks good all I want. I can say how much it creeped me out. But again, it does, like, everything else is really good about the movie. The acting's really good. The story's really good. The dialogue is interesting to hear. But all that is sort of in a way where I can't really describe those aspects of the movie. I just can't. I can't explain why this all works so well. You just have to go see it. Watch Annihilation. This is one of the best science fiction horrors I've seen, and I can't believe I'm doing this again, but I gotta call it as I see it. I'm giving Annihilation a 10 out of 10. I know I've been doing this a lot. I've given a lot of movies recently a 10 out of 10. And, like, I'm not doing this because I'm being soft on movies. I'm not. There are just so many incredible movies being made. That's it. Like, there's so many incredible movies being released nowadays. Now, yes, of course, you will get your Boo to Medea Halloweens, your Darkest Hours, at least in my opinion, your 50 Shades movies. Yeah, there are those, but there's just so much good. There's so many great, incredible movies being released. And yeah, I know, like, Annihilation is another movie that I've given a 10 out of 10 to, but I'm not doing this on purpose. I'm not saying this because everyone else has been praising this movie. That's not my job. My job here is to give you my honest opinion. And I can't help it. Another incredible movie has been flopped onto us. I don't, like, how is Hollywood doing this? How are they making so many incredible movies? Well, whatever the case, have you seen Arrival? If you have, let me know down in the comments below what you think. Thank you so much for watching. Give this video a like. Share the video so we can get the channel circulated. Don't forget to vote for your choices at the Nerdy Movie Awards at nerdymovieawards.weebly.com to vote for your choices. And after this message, click this. Do you like my videos? Do you know how hard it is to make my videos? Huh? Do you? Anyways, why not consider becoming a patron on my Patreon? Just $10 a month and you're already contributing so much to me. This way I can help with purchasing Movie Pass every month. I can get new, better equipment. Overall, it just means better videos for you guys. Check out my Patreon, check out the perks, and see if you're interested.